everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. It's
Friday! A Badger Friday, too.
It is a Badger Friday. That was Michael Bruno. Then his husband, Jim, you heard in the background.
I said we could bring some energy on this Friday.
Yes, and we need it.
They're going to be rocking over at the Pfizer Forum, too,
it's so exciting. We're going to have a live report coming up. Michael is in the studio for the first time in almost 2 years.
It's great to have him back in the building. Things are changing.
We have the news hounds as well. Mark will be back on Monday. Thanks for your help.
No problem. Always a pleasure.
Today. Topping our news today, 13 years after finding a dead baby on the side of a Dodge County road, authorities say they have finally solved the case.
And as we mentioned, it is a Badger game day. Zach Hanley, our sports director over in Milwaukee at Pfizer Forum, to tell us how the Badger men's basketball team is preparing for this late evening tip-off.
And there is another shortage of workers that could have a serious effect on your health. Our Naomi Coles tells us about the hospital worker shortage here in Wisconsin. Let's take a look outside on this Friday afternoon. It was a little rainy and kind of dreary.
The weather word should be just awful. It was awful out there today.
But the rebounding weekend temps are the weather words. Things are going to get a little warmer and better from here. Let's head out to the weather patio. Dana, Dana has the umbrella.
I know.
Sorry, I spoke too soon.
Cold and rainy, but it's going to get better.
It's a little yuck right now. Awful was probably a better choice instead of rebounding weekend temps. It's rainy outside. It is cold. It is breezy. Rain for Madison. Notice though, northwest of Dane County, we have had a bit of a mixed precipitation and light snow event coming down for us. So it is just a little gross outside for our Friday evening. A good evening to stay inside and watch some basketball. Overall rainfall totals over the last 24 hours, much of Dane County picking up about a half of an inch of rain. Higher amounts, well, northwest towards Viroqua and stretching towards Camp Douglas. That's where the heavier band has been. And we're going to continue to see this for much of the overnight hours, actually. Temperature-wise, mid to upper 30s for most of southern Wisconsin, right at 41 degrees in Janesville, though, 37 for Boscobel and for Mineral Point, so it's a little chillier outside. As we look ahead to the weekend, know that we might start our Saturday off with some light snow. It wraps up early in the day, though. That leads to a little bit of sun in the afternoon and sunshine for Sunday. More rain in store as we look ahead to next week. It's a very March-like forecast with temperatures a little up and then a little down again. Right now, we aren't seeing any major delays, no accidents popping up. The Beltline slowing down, of course, for Friday evening east and westbound, especially closer to the interstate, and 3990 north and southbound in Rock County and Dane County, no delays right now. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City and downtown to Sun Prairie, 17 minutes. You won't need the shades for the drive home this evening, but you will need the windshield wiper blades because it's coming down pretty steadily out here on the patio. We'll take a closer look at the weekend sunshine in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. People who came to know and care about a baby girl through her tragic discovery can finally have some closure tonight. Based on the name of the village of Theresa, baby Teresa's mother has been identified.
Police found the dead newborn 13 years ago along a Dodge County road. This afternoon, the sheriff announced the child's mother has been charged in the case.
And Will Keneally tells us how investigators figured this out. Will?
Susan, Eric, 45-year-old Karen Luttinen faces felony for concealing the death of a child. Police think the baby died just before or during birth, and Luttinen then dumped the body in Dodge County. Back in 2009, detectives tried to find any links to family members, but failed. People in Dodge County held a funeral for the child, who they named after the small village where she was found. In May of that year, in 2014, the DA filed a charge against the then unknown mother's DNA profile to prevent the statute of limitations from expiring. Last year, police finally matched the DNA to Luttinen.
It touches the heart of everybody who's involved, and I can tell you that people who were involved in this incident, when it occurred, they had young children of their own, which always amplifies the impacts it has on us.
If convicted, Luttinen could face a year and a half in prison and 2 years of extended supervision. Today, the DA said he was surprised that the punishment for the crime isn't harsher. He's asked lawmakers to address that. Luttinen is being held on a $2,500 cash bond. Baby Teresa, by the way, was a seemingly healthy 8-pound child at the time of her autopsy. She would have turned 13 next month. Eric, Susan?
Will, thank you. An 18-year-old was killed yesterday following a semi versus car crash on State Highway 16 in Fall River. The crash, which happened around 4:15 p.m., closed down the highway for more than 5 hours. Fall River police identified the man this morning as 18-year-old Dominic Richter of Cambria. Richter, who was driving a Toyota Camry, pulled out from a stop sign on County Road D onto Highway 16 when an oncoming semi hit him. Richter was pronounced dead at the scene. Well, after a long wait, the Badgers face off tonight against Colgate, 8:50 on TBS.
Yeah, that's tonight. Zach Hanley at Fiserv joining us to discuss how they're getting ready for this late night oddity. Zach?
Yeah, it's finally game day, but Wisconsin and Colgate don't play until 4:50 tonight, so that means we have a long time until they actually tip off. And I'm talking maybe we can sneak in a nap or two, but as far as the Badgers go, they've been in these night games before. You think of 6, 7, 8 o'clock tip-offs this season, but nothing like tonight. So this week, Wisconsin has been adjusting their schedules so they'll be ready to go come game time.
I think we're just going to stick to what we do, just take a couple of naps, or not a couple, but like 30-minute naps, eat, just recover, rest our body, do whatever we need to do to get ready for the game.
Brad and I sometimes we go out for a walk, get some fresh air, just not so you're not laying around all day and getting tired, and then Coach Guard moving practice back or moving meals back a little bit, just to get our bodies acclimated to what we'll be facing.
The difference.
Again, the Badgers don't play until about 4.5 hours from now, and I don't know about you, but I might go see if I can find Brad and Steven, and maybe we can go for a walk or get out of this weather.
Good idea.
Anything to fill time.
Yeah, it's a late one.
Game. I hate it when you got to wait all day to watch them
just
play.
hypes up the anticipation.
All right, Zach, thank you. Hospital staffing in an unprecedented crisis. That's according to a new report out from the Wisconsin Hospital Association this week. Staffing
Shortages were an issue before the pandemic, but last year they hit back-breaking levels. Our Naomi Coles joins us now with more. Naomi?
There's a long list of factors and tensions that created this. Wisconsin's workforce is not only aging into retirement, but overall, our older population means more care is needed. But the pandemic and the Great Resignation beginning last year pushed this shortage to unprecedented levels. Burnout from escalating demand is putting this at a crisis.
The highest vacancy rates across the board are in entry level or those frontline technical positions that hospitals need.
They're getting burned out, and that's causing some of this resignation as well, as people are just really tired after 2 years of picking up extra shifts to try to help fill those voids.
I sat down with the Wisconsin Hospital Association and the president of a hospital in Madison to discuss this worrying trend. Now, on For the Record, this Sunday, that's after CBS Face the Nation, tune in for our conversation covering the lesser-known drivers behind the crisis and what hospitals need most to deal with it.
All right, look forward to that, Naomi. Thank you. A sad update to a story we've been following. The La Crosse Fire Department has located the body of 25-year-old Sun Prairie High School graduate Hamoud Fall in the Mississippi River. Yesterday, the fire department started a proactive search in the area of the 500 Front Street, south of the 7th Street boat landing. At about 4 p.m., firefighters found Fall's body in 25 feet of water near the Division Street landing. La Crosse police are continuing their investigation into his death and are waiting for autopsy results. Fall was last seen walking alone on Front Street shortly after 3:30 in the morning, February 20th.
Perion Carrion, one of 3 teenagers charged in connection with the killing of 11-year-old Anissa Scott, had a request to lower his bail denied this morning. This isn't the first time he's asked for his $10,000 cash bail to be adjusted. He made a request that was also denied in October of 2020, as well as August of last year. Carrion will next appear in court on May 31st for a status conference. It has been 23 days since Russia invaded Ukraine, and the United Nations says the refugee count is now at 3.3 million people.
And today, President Biden gave a stark warning to a key Russian ally not to get involved. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
Heavy shelling in Ukraine's capital of Kyiv killed at least one person Friday. Russian forces also struck an aircraft repair plant near Poland's border in the western city of Lviv. The city hall displayed more than 100 empty baby strollers, representing each child killed since the start of the war.
На своей земле.
Russian state TV showed President Vladimir Putin at a stadium rally, saying his country will prevail, though Pentagon and Ukrainian officials say his military remains largely stalled. The U.S. is also pushing back on the Kremlin's claims of using fighters from the Middle East.
We see little evidence of recruiting in Syria to bring people back to Ukraine. Not saying it couldn't happen, and I'm not saying that 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 haven't gone.
At a United Nations Security Council meeting, the U.S. ambassador described Russia's assertions of a bioweapons lab in Ukraine as, quote, malarkey.
Russia's calling for this meeting is a potential false flag effort in action.
Russia has also asked China for help, and today, in a nearly 2-hour-long phone call, President Biden detailed the consequences to Chinese President Xi Jinping should China give material support to Russia.
China has to make a decision for themselves about where they want to stand and how they want the history books to look at them and view their actions.
Friday, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin visited with U.S. and NATO troops serving in Slovakia and Bulgaria. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And you saw a glimpse of this in that story in the Ukrainian city of Lviv. There was a peaceful sight with a profoundly sad meaning. 109 empty baby strollers were lined up in neat rows in the town square, one for each child killed since the start of the Russian invasion in Ukraine. The Price of War campaign was organized by local activists. At least 3 blasts were heard near Lviv's airport this morning. The city in western Ukraine near the Polish border has drawn hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians seeking shelter from the front line of the war.
Coming up next on Live at 4, it's GDMO's specialty, but some people, they really don't get it.
Another Wheel of Fortune appearance gone wrong. Remember the first one?
Yeah,
well, it has happened again. We'll have that story for you when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Squeaky, creaky, leaky entry doors from big box stores should be ignored. Scott the window guy does entry doors. He can do yours and so much more.
We do entry doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
Mattress Madness sale at Steinhafels. Save big on all the best brands of mattresses at the best prices, in stock and ready for delivery. Like a Beauty Rest Black Queen mattress, starting at just $19.99. And you'll get $200 in Steinhafels cash. Get a Queen Tempur-Pedic for just $21.99 and get $200 in Steinhafels cash. And with Steinhafels special financing and free delivery, you can't make a mistake. It's the Mattress Madness sale. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. It's the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. And trust your heart to Entresto.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Crispy fish, with that spicy kick. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
As a Wisconsin parent, I've heard many different things about COVID-19 and its risks for kids. But as a Wisconsin pediatrician, I've also learned the facts. Children can get seriously ill from COVID-19. They can experience long COVID symptoms too. Don't risk it. The COVID-19 vaccine for children 5 and up is the most effective way to keep kids safe and in school. Ask your child's doctor what they think.
Turns out Disneyland is not the happiest place on earth.
No, it is not. Finland is. For the 5th year in a row, the Nordic nation takes the top spot on the list of happiest countries in the World Happiness Report. It's based on life evaluations from the Gallup World Poll, including healthy life expectancy, GDP per capita, social support in times of trouble, and high social trust, along with generosity, a community where people look out for each other. The U.S., by the way, ranked 16th.
I love the video. They're all just going to festivals and kayaking and eating ice cream.
It does look very happy.
That's why it's so happy. Ice cream makes us all happy.
That's for sure. Stocks are up across the board while investors assess the talks between President Joe Biden and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping over the Ukraine crisis. Well, the Wheel of Fortune can be one of those shows where you end up screaming at the television. Have you ever done that when you have an answer?
We've all done it. Yes. Remember a few weeks ago with another feather in your cap?
And it stumped her? Stumped her so bad? Well, it's happened again. Here's Jeannie Mose with more.
You can blame this Wheel of Fortune flub on Annie Lennox.
Sweet dreams.
The question is, are sweet dreams made of this or these? Contestant Chris Bryant solved the puzzle this way.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Oh. Yeah, and you knew it as soon as it came out of your mouth.
Yeah, but listen to what comes out of Annie's mouth in the famous Eurythmics song from 1983.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
It sure sounds like these, even though the title says this. No wonder the flub inspired tweets like, Wheel of Fortune ain't gonna make me think I've been hearing those lyrics wrong for almost 40 years. By bending this to sound like these, Annie helped the rhyming.
Who am I to disagree?
Not to mention,
The 7 seas.
the contestant Chris said it wrong, even though the right word was there in front of him. It could have been worse. Instead of these, he could have said cheese. In past surveys, the Eurythmics song tops misheard lyrics poll. And some folks mishear it this way.
Sweet dreams are made of cheese.
Cheese fans have parodied the line and plastered it on aprons and dish towels. Who am I to disagree? Despite his error, Chris went home with a respectable $26,000 haul. But the Wheel of Fortune puzzle sure wasn't giving one canine viewer sweet dreams, whether they're made
Of this.
or Jeannie Mose, CNN,
Everybody's looking for Gouda.
New York.
Okay, now we're having a raging debate because it sounds like she says these, Annie Lennox.
But it's this, right?
It's this.
And, you know, that's a minor mistake compared to some of them we've seen.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of them have just, oh my
You
goodness.
should have given him a break.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next on Live at 4, gas prices are affecting all of us, but farmers are getting hit especially hard.
And we'll find out how some farmers are going to great lengths they've never gone to just to get a few more bucks out of this winter.
At McGann Furniture in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. And remember, at McGann, we don't raise our prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo.
Friday
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big Spring Thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our Spring Thaw sale. Save 22% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Who's on it with Jardiance?
We're 25 million prescriptions strong.
We're managing type 2 diabetes and heart risk.
We're working up a sweat before coffee and saying no thanks to a Boston cream.
Jardiance is a once-daily pill that can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease. So it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And Jardiance lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with the sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
We're on it.
We're on it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Well, take a look at this. You are watching Darnell Myers. Can
That's
we see
us.
Darnell Myers? Not, that's us. Okay, here's Darnell. Are we going to see him?
He's coming.
Okay.
Stand by.
Okay. He goes by the name RRD Block on social media.
It's like Susan going to work.
Yeah, right down the Beltline. He incredibly has both feet on the side of a moving vehicle and his hands on the bicycle while perpendicular in the air. How does he do that?
Do not do this.
No. He manages to balance himself before giving a little kick off the car and somehow hops right on the bike without falling. He even pulls a wheelie while flying down a road in Atlanta.
Do the cars have to be that close behind him? I mean, they're not going to be able to stop.
That's so true. And as impressive as this looks on TV, there's no special effects or anything. This is the real deal. Just make sure, as you said,
do not even
do
think
not
about
drive.
trying
Yeah, look
that.
at how close. You're right. It's a busy street.
They'd have trouble stopping if he fell off.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
He's
don't
being
try that.
incredibly strong.
Plus, that's not good for the paint on that Jeep. All right, hey, this weather out there, yuck. It's got to get better, right, to start spring in the next couple of days?
Right, at this point, it can't get any worse for us right now. It's cold, it's windy, it's rainy, and thankfully tomorrow we're going to get rid of most of that. Temperatures improve a little bit, we get back to some sunshine, and it won't be quite as breezy outside. Again, just a little yucky for us for Friday evening. Let's take a closer look at that weekend forecast right after the break.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Minwax makes it so easy to make wood beautiful. Once you get started, you won't want to stop. Keep on finishing with Minwax, America's #1 selling interior stain.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards, including Minwax stains.
Dry eye symptoms driving you crazy? Inflammation might be to blame.
Time for ache and burn.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those will probably pass by me.
Xydra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
Xydra? No!
can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid eye drop specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts. Talk to an eye doctor about Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Before we dive into the forecast, I do want to take a quick note and a look at traffic. There is an incident eastbound along the Beltline right now. It's got 2 lanes blocked, the 2 right lanes blocked right now, and causing significant delays eastbound and westbound. Those westbound delays extend almost 1.5 miles back towards the interstate. The eastbound delays now well past Fish Hatchery Road, so almost 3.5, almost 4 mile back up there eastbound. Again, the 2 right lanes closed eastbound. Traffic does seem to be moving, but significantly slower than usual. We also have rain added into this, and when there's any rain on the roadways, things seem to slow down just a little bit for us. Steady showers through most of southern Wisconsin. To the northwest, we have light snow, a little mixed precipitation, and that's going to continue for the rest of this evening. We look to the south, there's quite a bit of lightning coming through for us, stretching into Indiana, where they're seeing some stronger thunderstorms. This is all part of a larger system that, again, bringing snow to central Wisconsin, but those thunderstorms extending off to the east. This is going to continue to build off to the east, and as we look ahead to tomorrow, a few light flurries possible early in the day on Saturday. The cloud coverage clears off later in the morning, and by the afternoon, we're back to sunshine. We'll hold on to that actual sunshine for Sunday, so it should be pretty pleasant for the second half of the weekend. Overall snowfall totals, just trace amounts possible for tomorrow morning in Dane County. Some isolated areas northwest of Dane County could land in that 1 to 2 inch range. Again, we've had pretty mild temperatures and the ground pretty soggy right now, so not really conducive to see those snow totals add up, but we could wake up to a little bit of a dusting early in the day. 47 the high for tomorrow, rain and snow early on, and then by the afternoon we get back to some sunshine, and we'll hold on to that sunshine for Sunday. A little cloudy outside on Monday. High temperatures on Monday will be in the low 60s. That'll be pleasant, a swing in the other direction. Rain building back in for the middle of the week on Tuesday. We'll have some mixed precipitation heading into Wednesday and Thursday morning. It does look like we see another dip down into our lower 30s overnight into Wednesday, so that's where that mix comes from, into the 30s for Wednesday, and then we climb back up with some sunshine by the end of the week. So it's a little mixed bag. Again, a March-like forecast where we see temperatures in the low 60s. We also see some upper 20s. We see some sunshine. I'm struggling today. Sunshine.
Good basketball watching weather.
Yes, exactly. Stay inside right now. It's just not nice.
Enjoy the games and then take a walk on Sunday.
Exactly.
Thanks, all right, thanks, Dana. Well, skyrocketing gas prices are hitting everyone where it hurts. The bigger your tank, the harder the hit.
Now, for farmers who have equipment with 1,000-gallon tanks, one fill-up can be astronomical.
But as Vanessa Yurkovich reports, since fuel isn't the only thing seeing a price hike, some farmers are taking a gamble, hoping to balance out drastic pricing and turn a profit.
Every day, up to twice a day, like clockwork, Josh Everhart makes this trip, hauling corn and soy to the grain elevator in town. But the constant hauling of crops for his 4 trucks and record gas prices makes even the shortest journey feel like a slow burn.
You don't want to see the bill.
You don't? What does
You
it
look at it, you're like, oh no.
What is it looking like?
Well, I mean, $1,000 or a 1,000-gallon tank is $4,000.
Gas prices hit a record last week, but are dropping slightly, yet still above $4 a gallon nationally and here in Indiana. Even steeper, diesel, which fills these tanks at nearly $5 a gallon.
It's astronomical, but you know, it's part of doing business.
Chris Everhart, Josh's father, says inflation has pushed prices up on just about everything on their farm, but commodity prices have risen too. This month, wheat rose to its highest price since 2008.
I've never seen anything like this in the wheat market.
For only the second time in 25 years, the Everhart family planted winter wheat, 165 acres of it, to try to capitalize on rising wheat prices. But it's a risky bet.
Well, they're a lot higher than we ever anticipated them being, but so are inputs.
That's fuel, seed, fertilizer, and labor. And Russia's invasion into Ukraine is only pushing prices higher.
This is uncharted territory.
On Phil Ramsey's farm in Shelbyville, he says he's spending $500,000 more to plant his crops this year. The only thing softening that blow, the higher price he'll hopefully get for his wheat, soy, and corn.
How much does what is happening in Ukraine impact you here on the farm?
I'm happy that the prices are going up. I am not happy about the situation because even though they're a competitor of ours, it's kind of like playing sports. You don't want to see somebody on the other team get hurt.
And fertilizer has become their biggest expense because it's made from natural gas, which has also risen significantly. A key supplier, Russia, has stopped exporting it.
How much more does it take to fill up those bins behind me this year compared to last year?
Today's cost is $60,000 more per tank. I have 4 tanks. That's $240,000.
And those prices are much slower to come down compared to the volatile price of crops.
We just lose money when that happens. It's only happened a few times in my farming career, but this one's totally different than any that I've been through in 43 years.
Now, for the average consumer, higher wheat prices mean higher bread prices, of course, at the grocery store, along with other wheat products.
Coming up next on Live at 4, we'll preview the new edition of Cheaper by the Dozen featuring Zach Braff.
And then at 5, we're live from the Deer District a few hours before Badger game tip-off. It's going to be a loud and raucous night in Milwaukee. We'll look more closely at that game. Stay with us.
Celebrate Ashley's anniversary sale with our biggest scratch and save mattress sale ever. We have millions of dollars of inventory with savings up to 65% off. Save $1,000 instantly on Serta Perfect Sleeper and finance interest-free for 5 years. All at Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer.
Dairy farms disappearing, prices up, COVID's still not gone. And what's Ron Johnson done? Voted against new jobs and told us to take mouthwash to cure COVID. I'm Sarah Godlewski. I grew up in Eau Claire where we're more interested in common sense than conspiracies. That's how I've run the state treasurer's office, and common sense is what, quite frankly, we could use in Washington. Practical ideas that just help people, not mouthwash. I'm Sarah Godlewski, and that's why I approve this message.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big Spring Thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our Spring Thaw sale. Save 22% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true. With diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage blood vessels, causing vision loss or even blindness. So remember this. Now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is important to your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments from a retina specialist that may help protect against vision loss. Visit nowic.com and take charge of your sight.
Want great hires? Happy and productive employees? And a strong local economy for years to come? It all starts with affordable, high-quality child care for Wisconsin families. Partner with a child care program in your community and reach your shared goals together with a grant from Project Growth. See all the ways partnership pays at projectgrowth.wi.gov.
Ashley's biggest scratch and save anniversary sale ever. We have millions of dollars of inventory with savings up to 50% off on doorbusters. And finance your entire purchase interest-free for 5 years. All at Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress retailer.
Tonight at 5, the Badgers start their tournament play against Colgate tonight. We'll get you ready for tip-off. Plus, hear from the Badgers' all-time three-point leader, senior guard Brad Davison.
Rain and snow tonight will end Saturday morning. There could be some minor snow accumulations north and west of Dane County overnight. Sunshine will return later Saturday afternoon, followed by a milder day Sunday. I'll tell you how warm it'll get at 5.
Then at 5:30, check out a new virtual reality game that could help kids stay out of trouble. That's coming up on News 3 Now at 5:30.
Look at that. That's San Diego live right now. 71 degrees out there. We can all dream, right?
That's a beautiful
It'll be
shot.
71 here eventually. May,
It will, yeah.
June.
A fresh take on a beloved family comedy is hitting Disney Plus this weekend.
Rick Damagella has a look.
Oh no. It's a code red. Code red, baby. Okay. We're late. Let's roll. Gabrielle Union and Zach Braff play harried parents in the new Cheaper by the Dozen. When they marry, they blend their families into one household of 12.
Luna, strong choice. Suggestion, take off one thing.
Solid advice. Dryer's broke again.
How did you get down here so fast?
Laundry chute.
They were just so talented and funny, and each, as you saw in the film, managed to have their own personality and character arc, and really did a phenomenal job.
We're not a cult, but we're weird. We're one of a kind all the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really feel like there were a few extra children in there.
I didn't recognize some of them. Where are the Bakers?
Me being the only parent, out of me and Zach, so I had to be bad cop. He got to make silly faces, and together we were able to wrangle them and keep them focused and all of that good stuff.
But don't you want to do our TikTok dance with us, Daddy? Yeah, because we're so irresistibly adorable.
The kids were great partners. They just right away clicked with each other. There was no shyness. The familiarity was amazing.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
That looks like a good one. Something to make you laugh. Coming up next on Live at 4, we go backstage with Michael Bruno at the International Festival at Overture.
The free event returns tomorrow at Overture, and Michael spoke to a few artists who called Dane County home. Stay with us.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
I never would have thought that Ron Johnson would have ever been somebody that I can say is family. I remember thinking, wow, he actually came here, but he actually took the time to step in the door and support my husband in a program, in a vision, in a dream. It was like their visions of helping the people were all one glue. And when the two of them got together, they developed a program called the Joseph Project.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad and your initial consultation is free.
We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider.
Call Peak Performance for Men today.
I can't take it anymore. It's time for a change. Buy
one window, get one free? Perfect.
I can change, honey.
Not you. These drafty old windows.
Oh.
It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free from Feldco.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Right now, we're still seeing significant delays along the Beltline. An incident eastbound, on the eastbound side, that is, has 2 lanes closed right now eastbound. There is still movement once you get past that eastbound, but we have to zoom out a little bit. The delays east and westbound actually extending a little further now past the interstate for the westbound side, going almost 2.5 miles back. For the eastbound side, this extends well past Hatchery Road for about 4.5 miles. So again, traffic is moving, but significant delays. I would avoid the area if you can, because it's going to take some time before that starts picking back up again. From the Beltline to Janesville right now, drive time at about 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Stock City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, a little longer than usual, sitting closer to 20 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Dana, thank you. And if you're looking for a free event downtown tomorrow to celebrate the rich cultural heritage and diversity of our community, you are in luck.
Michael Bruno takes us backstage at the International Festival.
Kara, tell us a little bit about the return of the International Festival to the Overture.
We're excited that we're going to be back in person this year. We will have performances as usual, like in years past, in Overture Hall main lobby, in Overture Hall, Capitol Theater, and Rotunda Stage. And then new this year, we're back in the Playhouse, which will be really fun for some of the performers that are in that space too.
And do you know approximately how many groups are involved this year?
We have about 30 performers involved, as well as about 15 market and information vendors, and about 5 food vendors, too.
And I'm assuming this is an all-ages event. Is that right?
Yes, it is an all-ages event. For people who are unable to come to the in-person event, we'll also have live streams throughout the day of different performances. So I want to make sure that people are aware of that, and you can find that on our website and also on our Facebook page. We also, if there are any educators out there listening, watching, we open up the festival for schools and have a separate virtual festival online available free for schools with a resource guide and all kinds of amazing content.
So Carlos, tell me a little bit about your involvement with this festival this year.
Well, my group, which is Dance Strat, we focus on promote dance through Mexican cultural traditions, and we just love the event. We just love, and we are around 15, 16 elements performing this year. We're gonna be opening with Aztec dances, ceremonial dances. We also gonna be presenting some dances from the north of Mexico.
And Junko, tell me about your involvement with the festival this year.
So our group is Madison Japanese Taiko drumming group and Benny Daiko. And I think this kind of event is like most meant to be, like meant to us, you know, and then a place that share our culture through the music, through the dances. And then you get to meet other country people in the one time and the food. I think it's just like so much, and then I'm just appreciated so much about this to be in there.
And how many people are involved in your company that'll be performing?
Actually, we just added a couple more people we have 13 people. And 2 years ago, it was only maybe 6, half of it. This year, and then added some more people that are working really hard, and then in this piece of they can actually perform it first time in the front of the people, actual people. So we're really excited about this.
It's great to have it back, and look who else is back. Michael is back in the studio. Hi.
You got a good tan on you, too, back from vacation.
Had to have a little Palm Springs sun come into my life.
We've only had you in studio, what, like 2 times in the last 2 years?
Yes.
That's right.
That's
only
right.
twice.
Yeah.
Normalcy returns.
Welcome back, and this is for a fun event, too.
It's a great event because there's so much rich cultural diversity that's in Madison and the surrounding area as well. And these groups are so much fun, and there's food, there's dancing, there's lecture. They have these incredible costumes, and it's really a great event to get to know about what other cultures. And
it really does showcase the cultural diversity of Dane County. You talked about not just the show. I mean, you get to taste stuff, you get to touch stuff, arts and crafts.
They're going to live stream some things too?
Yes, and they also do live stream. So if you can't get downtown, you can also live stream and watch it from the comfort of your own home.
It's all day tomorrow, 10 to 5 at the Overture Center. Best thing is it's free.
That's right.
So it's great to have it back. Now, at the Overture Center, you do have to be vaccinated or have proof of a negative COVID test. Yeah. Just so you know, if you're going downtown.
Keep that in mind if you're going to head down.
It is so great to see you. You have your Badger hat? You ready for the game?
Ready.
Don't forget your hat.
That's right.
He's ready to go, folks. He's ready to go.
And what are you doing next week?
Next week, we're going to see the prom at the Overture.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Have a good weekend, Michael. See you next week.
Thanks, Michael.
And we'll be right back.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Dairy farms disappearing, prices up, COVID's still not gone. And what's Ron Johnson done? Voted against new jobs and told us to take mouthwash to cure COVID. I'm Sarah Godlewski. I grew up in Eau Claire where we're more interested in common sense than conspiracies. That's how I've run the state treasurer's office, and common sense is what, quite frankly, we could use in Washington. Practical ideas that just help people, not mouthwash. I'm Sarah Godlewski, and that's why I approve this message.
Has the winter taken a toll on your roof? Call Feldco today and get free installation on your roofing project. Plus, no interest until 2023.
Ah, fresh coffee. Hurry, free installation and soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues to help hardworking families attain homeownership. By providing financial coaching, homeowners can manage their mortgage and other finances while building stability for their family. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Motion W's are up all around the state for the Badgers as they enter round 1 of the NCAA tournament against Colgate. Tonight at 5, we'll prepare you for tip-off and hear from the Badgers' all-time three-point leader, senior guard Brad Davison. That's coming up at 5.
Wisconsin's small-town schools are facing a big problem.
It's hitting everywhere. Before, it used to be math and science teachers were really hard to come by.
Chris Stanford shows you how rural school districts are dealing with a teacher shortage crisis. Eye on Education, Sunday on News 3 Now at 10.
A reminder that we're seeing significant delays on the Beltline right now. An incident close to the Ohio River Bridge has 2 eastbound lanes closed. Traffic is moving, but significant delays east and westbound. We'll have more updates during News 3 Now at 5. As far as the weather goes, showers continue for this evening with light snow northwest of Dane County. Gary will also have more when we come back.
Supply chain backlogs, inflation, agitation.
Here's an idea. If we make things here in America, supply chain issues won't be a thing anymore. That's exactly how we built the Bucks Arena, by having 80% of the materials come from Wisconsin. We did the same by paying higher wages. That's how you know, as your senator, I'll get things done. Raising people's wages, make things in America, finally stand up to China. I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message because it's time to put more money in the pockets of working people.
Sunroom savings season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Everything from decks and pergolas to screen rooms, porch conversions, patio rooms, sunrooms, and our new life room with retractable screens are on sale now. Let CoolView show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
Get a new view from CoolView. My daughter has type 2 diabetes, and lately, I've seen this change in her.
Once-weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C. It lowers blood sugar from the first dose, and you could lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner with access to financial advice, tools, and a personalized plan that helps you build a future for those you love. Vanguard. Become an owner.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Well, fake spring number 2 or 3 or 4 is over, but spring is still in the air in the animal world.
And Louie and Oliver have some great stories to get your mind off winter 2 or 3 or 4 as it continues. And here's this week's edition of the News Hounds.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, a discovery in the Galapagos.
A baby what?
And otters on the rocks.
But first, remember Wednesday? With 1 day of warmth, the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago let its giraffes access their outdoor habitat for the first time this year. The giraffes were able to stretch their legs, and boy, does that feel good. In past years, the giraffes have been known to run around. However, this year, it was more of a casual stroll in the nice weather.
Scientists have discovered that a type of giant tortoise present on one of Ecuador's Galapagos Islands is not from the species it was previously thought to be. A study concluded that nearly 8,000 giant tortoises living on San Cristobal were genetically a different species than the other tortoises. In fact, their lineage may belong to an extinct species that cohabitated with a surviving one. The Galapagos, whose rich biodiversity inspired Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, is home to a large variety of flamingos, albatross, and cormorants.
A furry little face has popped out to say hello at Adelaide Zoo in Australia. This is a quokka joey who made its debut wiggling its nose out from its mama's pouch. Quokka joes live in their mother's pouch for about 5 months. And here are some fun facts. They are one of the smallest wallaby species in the world. These marvelous marsupials were once abundant across Australia. However, they are now vulnerable to extinction. They are now only found in the southwest region of Western Australia, most notably off the coast of Perth. They are plant eaters and are related to kangaroos with powerful hind legs and feet. So, now you know.
And finally, it doesn't get much cuter than this. American river otters Tilly and her 2 adopted pups, Flora and Hobson, are enjoying an icy treat. All 3 are rescue animals who came to the Portland Zoo as orphans, unable to survive on their own in the wild. Once threatened by fur trappers, North American river otters are now relatively abundant in healthy river systems in the Pacific Northwest. So let's end this week on a positive and darn cute note. We need them both.
And that's this week's edition of the News Hounds Now Update. Thank you, Louie and Oliver. Let's end the week on an update, shall we?
It's going to continue now with a Badger win tonight.
That's right. Thanks.
More coverage coming up.
Thanks for watching, everybody. That'll do it for us at 4. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.